So, this is a funny video. Not necessarily funny, but somewhat funny.
Thursday, look at Thursday. Ain't even Thursday, I'm rocking her mix.
So, live from Brooklyn, New York. You see 1, 2, and we go a little bit further back. You got the Cadillac right there. I just received these guys back, these 3 cars back from the NYPD. Unfortunately, the NYPD stole my 3 vehicles and for 6 days kept them captive and asked me to prove the legitimacy of my ownership. And even when I did, they asked for more and more paperwork, and I kept on providing more and more paperwork. And to start recording, all of a sudden, everybody starts to pass by. So, you see the Cadillac, that's my baby right there. And we got my Fords, right? 1 and 2. Today is Sunday, so this happened a week and 2 days ago. And basically, the NYPD set up a sting in the middle of the night at 9 p.m. at night, this is what they call it, a sting. This is what the tow truck company called it, a sting, where they were taking unregistered vehicles off the street or vehicles that didn't have plates or something like that. So, you guys already know my vehicles are sitting on these streets for a while with no plates, not because I didn't want to register them, just because I wasn't driving the vehicles. And the Ford was down for 2 months while I was doing that whole engine rebuild. And the plan was to actually register the Ford about 3 weeks ago, and just a mishap in paperwork ended up making me delay that. And NYPD, I guess, got lucky and they got me slipping. They caught me slipping. But the reason why I'm telling you the story is because it's not okay. Yeah, it's okay for them to do the sting and it's okay for them to take the cars. I wasn't really worried about that. But what happened after they took the cars was unacceptable. It shouldn't happen to anybody. It happened to me. It wasn't a good experience. And I want to explain what happened from my point of view. So, pretty quick story because it was so fast. It was 9 p.m. at night. Look, flickering lights at me. What? Right. It was 9 p.m. at night, and I got a phone call from a friend that lives up there somewhere, and he said that we had a cop car in front of this white vehicle right here. He asked me if I wanted to go outside and check, so I told him if he doesn't mind, please do. He comes outside, and the officer says that he asks the officer what's going on. The officer says we are towing these vehicles for having no plate on them. So you see there's a temp tag on there right now. There wasn't before, so it's understandable. So the guy says, hey, this is my friend's vehicle, and the cop says, well, we don't care, if your friend is not here tonight to move these vehicles, we are towing them, right? Listen to that, bro, on a bicycle. So anyways, my friend told me if I don't get here in time, they're gonna tow it. So I wasn't that far away. I was about 20 minutes away, and I got here quick, fast, right? So I get here, there's a cop car right behind this car, and I don't say nothing to them because I already know what's going on. They said if I'm not here to move it, I'm gonna lose them, right? That was the plan. So I come here and I start to put the plate on this car that I have for this vehicle, and they jump out their car. So when they jump out the car, they're like, oh, what's going on? So I'm like, nothing. What's going on with you? And they're like, well, you jumped out your car. And I said, well, you jumped out of your car when I jumped out of my car. So you obviously know what's going on. Playing a cat and mouse game. But anyways, they already knew who I was. These officers know me before. All the 90th precinct cops know me already, most of them. So he ends up saying, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, I'm moving my cars. He's like, oh, we can't move them because we're towing them. So what do you mean? I'm moving my car. So I turn on the white one. When I turn on the white one, mind you, this one is still in the double parked in the same spot. And this one is on, and now the white one is on. I asked for a supervisor. They call the supervisor. Just so happens to be Sergeant Hong, which is the worst cop in the 90th precinct, right? Sergeant Hong comes out. He's like, hey, Lucas. you know, with a little attitude. I'm like, oh, please give me somebody else because this guy is horrible. Look, she's messing up my video, right? She's like, oh, I'm like, please give me another cop or whatever because he's horrible. And he's like, oh, what's going on? Boom, boom. He's walking to my car. He's walking to the white truck. I'm like, what are you doing? I turn on my Cadillac, so now I have 3 vehicles on. I'm only one person, and my goal is to try to put the plate on and move them one by one to a different spot somewhere else. Mind you, the tow truck was not here yet, so I had every right to do what I was doing. Sergeant Hong knew that I was gonna beat him at his own game, and he then proceeded to basically try to jump into my white vehicle, or act like he was jumping into my white vehicle when I went towards my white vehicle to kind of like speak to him about what was happening. He said that I pushed him. Come on, guys, what reason do I have to push an officer knowing I have 3 vehicles with keys and all of them on my property and all of them? Why would I push a officer? Easiest thing for me to do, the smartest thing for me to do would have been to take out all my property out of the vehicles so I could save my property, and I had another hour or so before that tow truck actually got here. So he ends up saying that I pushed him. When he said I pushed him, all the other cops jump on top of me. I allowed them to arrest me, and I spent 24 hours in jail for OGA and disorderly conduct. They empty out my truck. They give me back all my property, but they say that they don't believe the truck is mine. And then they send these 2 trucks to the pound. But not even to the pound, to a third-party tow truck company. This is where again, it's interesting, right? So the third-party tow truck company on the trucks say Auto Spring, Fresh Auto Spring Towing, but they also run another business name called Triangle Towing, right? So I end up calling Fresh Auto Towing, which is the one that actually towed my vehicle. They tell me they didn't even have a Cadillac in stock. So I end up screaming at them, telling them I got a video of them taking my vehicle, and they end up saying call Triangle Auto. Call Triangle Auto. Triangle Auto has my cars, right? And they charged me a whopping $700 each car to get it out in a matter of 4 days for me finding the vehicle. It took me all that time to find the vehicles, and they charged me about $700 each vehicle to get out. Amazing. I end up paying the $700 to get the Cadillac out, and I tell them I'm coming to get my white truck tomorrow. Just so you know, here's the kicker of the story. I had over $2,000 worth of tools. You guys see all the tools that I use on a consistent basis. All those tools were stolen out of that vehicle from Triangle Auto. Just so you know, all right? That's the statement that I'm making. I'm telling you this, right? They stole over $2,000 worth of tools from me, right? Thinking that I wasn't good enough to get my car back, but you see it's right there. You see it's right there. You see it's right there, right? So the joke is on them, right? Because not only am I making a complaint, I'm doing a police report, and I am going to sue for my tools back, guys, 100%. It's not right that happened. I lost almost $10,000 worth of property in less than 10 minutes, and they took me 6 days to retrieve over 6,000 or 7,000 of it, and I'm missing another 2,000 to 3,000. Not fun, not cool. I also wasted $2,000 trying to get the vehicles back, so in total loss of about $12,000 originally. Not fair, not cool. Shame on the NYPD and shame on New York City and the system that they have. But now I'm gonna give you one last note before I leave, right? If I was so wrong, why did I get all of them back? That's a simple question. If you can't even answer that question because you know I'm not wrong, all right? There's nothing I'm doing wrong that would entitle me to lose that much money, right, and time out of my life and get arrested for 24 hours and charged. There's no excuse, and now you know the truth. So one step at a time. Unfortunately, New York City is set up to be legal thieves, right? The police are legally stealing stuff from us and then giving it to other legal entities to steal even more. Unfortunate. But here's the truth. The truth is right in front of you guys. You don't have to listen to me. I don't care. You know. I have to say it. Take care.